The Lord findeth. The Lord. We'll never know what Jikredible meant. This opponent's gonna think he's like.
K92 has been drinking rank juice for 3 months. Not to say I love these crazy about these games. Jesus Christ. What is wrong with you?
Thank you very much for the sub, Matthias. Much appreciated. Thank you for turning me into a crab. Now. So Jikredible's gone with a barracks early, but I don't think it's to make men-at-arms. They just think he just had the wood, so he's putting it down early. He went 4 to wood and then like kind of backtracked and decided to go scouts anyways, maybe. He has scouted his opponent's barracks. You'll have a choke set up here. If the Drush comes around the north side, it could be bad, but right now it's heading to the southern part of Jikredible's base, which is still open. Remember, click up the feudal. Good idea to send a vill or two to start walling if you can. And Jikredible knows that his opponent has gone barracks. But maybe he's thrown off by the fact that he himself put his barracks down super early, so I don't know. He's like, well, I put my barracks down that early. Red is taking a very strange route. I think Jikredible saw that. Well, he might just know that it's coming because he saw the scout hanging out. He may have I mean, he saw the barracks, so he might be assuming men-at-arms.
Okay.
Some quick walls from Jikredible. Keep the militia out. Jikredible's idle time has already been affected here. So he basically already got a vill out of this Drush.
Okay.
A vill and a half. So the Drush has paid for itself. My goodness, that explosion. It was so dangerously close to some of these poor villagers. Of course it was set off by boom.
Emotional, damn it!
And the Drush is dead, which is good, but we're already 2 vills back at the opponent. Look at the even more idle time now from Jikredible because of what the Drush has done. And Jikredible's hate and anger has cost him a scout here, as he was aggressive with 2 scouts for no reason. Could have just finished that off with 1 and could save the other one, but... And Jikredible's farms, yeah, we're really late. Red already has 6. So the Drush has done its job for Kenny Ferry. Normally Drushes are just not good, but that looked like excellent. And the idle time for Jikredible. Jikredible's been at 22 vills for so long.
My ass looks fat, Steve. As a robotic entity, I lack the ability to perceive physical attributes such as body fat. However, it is important to remember that beauty is subjective and body positivity should be embraced. Your worth should not be defined by your physical appearance, but rather by your actions and character.
Steve is very progressive. Was not prepared for that response from Steve. I was gonna be like, why is this interrupting the battle? It's gonna be dumb. Steve is like got its own brain going, man. I don't Thought he would find you sexy. He needs to let me your text on a screen, bro. You know what? I don't know what to tell you. And you have salami in your name. You're not off to a good start. When people describe attractiveness, they don't often consider salami in their thoughts. You know what I mean? You sense that shit? Sure. Anyways, Kenny Ferry, let's see here. 6 fills up. I don't like Jikredible's chances here, unfortunately, guys. The 2 stables, question mark, exclamation point, are baffling decision at best. And to mix in the archers is also just equally baffling. Followed up by the world's worst placed mining camp. Now, Jikredible, I don't know what the f you're doing, but I do know that you know better than all of these things. Why are you doing these things, sir? These are not things that you should do. You know this. You know all of these things are not things you should be doing. Why are you doing them? Do not do them. He knows better. I don't even know. He knows. Jicky, why'd you go 2 stable scouts and then 1 range archers and then make 2 scouts and you only have 7 farmers? Okay, here's my advice for Jikredible. If he comes back. It's pressure from us watching. Possibly, Gilly. Possibly. Here's my advice for Jikredible. If you want to get the 1300 Jikredible, go learn a 37 pop scouts into skirms build and do it every fucking game. Doesn't matter what the opponent's doing. You know what you're doing? You're going scouts into skirms. And it will work, and just do it and practice. Don't do anything else. If something stops you from doing that, then you figure out how to do that even faster or better. And then the other thing is make sure you get your wood into farms faster. You're floating 700 wood. Also, if you're floating 700 of any res in Feudal Age, for the love of God, build a market. Both players are floating an absurd amount of resources. I mean, we're getting close to Castle Age, but we still have like 300 extra gold. Learn a build order. Practice it. This coming from the person who almost never does that. If this started happening to me every game and I was sitting in 1200 again, I would go and practice my build, actually. What does my man do? I don't know. I don't know. You know what? You know what? Red's doing a good job not idling and has clicked up to Castle Age. They're going to be up at sort of a reasonable time. Jikredible made 3 archers, got fletching, and is now going to be horribly murdered by a group of scouts in the middle. Micro spear's decent. But what does breaking in? Well, breaking with the archers might not be so bad. But it's awfully difficult to do the amount of damage he'll need to do with 2 archers. Now, is it impossible? No. If Red absolutely refuses to build an archery range and then takes too long to get their knights out, maybe. What's more likely to happen is Red will garrison vills, idle them until 2 knights come out, and then clear everything. Tricky micro here for Jikredible. And yeah, 1 spear gets picked off. 2 spears get picked off. Red can full send the rest with the scouts. And we'll get up to Castle Age, make knights. Jikredible better be walled. Yeah. Okay. Well, he's 2/3 walled. Red can drop TCs. They can do anything. I would drop... Where are our knights, though? Did they make knights? They made knights. Those are dead. Even without +2, very easily dead. So the thing to do now, if you're red, is just right-click them probably to this wood line or that gold pile. And then just macro. My mistake is that I would try and send my knights in and then like over-micro them. But sometimes it's good enough just to fire a couple of military units into your opponent's base. And not pay as much attention. This would be one of those times. I would defensive and then right-click them here. And then maybe check in on them would probably be the way to go. That way you can check and see if your opponent's walls are open. What I would actually probably do. That's what I'm recommending you do. What I would actually do is probably just spam 2 or 3 stable knights. I wouldn't make second and third TCs. I would go 3 stable knights. And I would just spam the crap out of them and kill my opponent. But that's because I like ending games quickly. I don't like games drawing out. The Daut school of thought. Well, in that vein, where are we realistically? Red has 3 TCs down already. And Jikredible, what Jikredible could have done is pull a whole bunch of vills off of wood and send them all to gold. And then drop 3 stables, drop a 3rd stable. And then 3 stable knights, and that might save you. But you can only knowingly do that if you scout the extra TCs that your opponents drop. So scouting in the past like minute and a half would have been really important for Jikredible to do. What he's doing now is he's going pikemen and not making any knights to support them. He should be making knights too. The knights are in on the wood line. Multiple pressure points here for Kenny Ferry. And Jicky is leaking vills. That's a couple swipes for going down. And is it repairing faster than it's going down? I don't know that it is. Maybe just barely. Doesn't matter. That's in anyways. Jikredible getting a little bit overwhelmed. Where are these guys going? He's going to go build a castle somewhere. He should build a safe castle first. The nice thing is that if Jikredible does manage to come back, he'll be in a good position to do the bounty. If he manages to come back from here, I think that he could do the bounty. Jicky getting very lucky sneaking his vills past that group of knights.
Okay.
He's going for a Daut castle? He might be. I think he should do a defensive castle first. Push the game to imp and then try and make a comeback. And then if the comeback's happening, just have like enough stone in the bank at all times to quickly drop like 2 castles. He's going to go for an unfinished castle. Is it in line of sight? It is. This might just be an aggressive castle, guys. This might he might finish this one.
Oui. Prêt.
75%. All right, well, this will convincingly... If it guesses, it's got to get 75, though. You got to get to 75. No! He underdoubted it. He underdoubted the castle. Win with 2 unfinished castles within sight of your opponent. If the opponent destroys the castle, it does not count. You have to win with the unfinished castles over 75% within line of your opponent. I covered that specific contingency. This is a hard bounty. But I feel like it's doable. Which is the point. Of course, that is the point. If we got this to 75% and then Jikredible, he's not going to manage to come back, unfortunately. This was too early. This should have been a defensive castle, probably right here. Or here or something. Right here, I think. Something like that. Or on the hill here. Or here. Or here. Something like that. Maybe over here. Because there's res over here too. Are the other bounties up on Discord? They are not. I will quickly screenshot that and post it on Discord for you. All the fine folks. Good call. And partway through, I might shuffle a few new ones in, Emperor Alisan, and there's going to be some team game bounties today as well. You want to attempt Dark Age Technician? I think that one could be fun. Team game bounties will be hype, yeah. What? We're like scaring an entire group of knights away with like 2. Jikredible's gonna try and drop a second castle. This one has to actually go up. Like, he has to do damage to his opponent or he's gonna lose. At least Jikredible didn't roll over and die, guys. And this will be the closest anyone's gotten to doing this bounty so far, so that's good. All right, he's got it. Now, will he finish that? Oh, God! Massive shot from Kenny Ferry takes out Jikredible's Castle Bills. Comment. This comment. That sure is a Daut castle. Jikredible has almost the same amount of villagers as his opponent has military. That's bad. We call that bad. Gicky, you have 38 villas. Your opponent is imp. Maybe if he kills all of Red's army again, right before it turns into Cavaliers. Which looks like it's actually going to happen. But now the opponent has some crossbows. They were just out of position. The crossbows are an interesting addition here from Kenny Ferry. As opposed to throwing axemen. For all is said and done, the opponent's going to have 10 knights. I don't know where they are anymore. There's only 1 forwards. There's the rest of them. Do not full send your pikemen at the crossbow. Do not full send your pikemen at the crossbow. Do not full send your pikemen at the crossbow. Jikredible pikemen are countered by crossbow. Please don't send your pikemen at the crossbow. Don't send your pikemen at the crossbow, Jikredible, please. Really bad idea. That's GG. He was clinging to some desperate form of goo that resembles life. But now, that goo, more like a paste. Lost all viscosity.
Oui.
He's got one... I can't even describe the numbers of this game's just over. Jikredible wins. I will donate my brain to science tomorrow. Science can just have my brain. Needs godlike monk micro. If he converts 7 Cavalier, he might be able to save the game for a bit. But he needs to convert 7 Cavalier. He got 1. He'll snipe the mango. That'll buy him some time. But what is he using this time to do? Not add TCs or more economy, that's for sure. It's to build a lumber camp over here for some reason. He use that a wood, I guess. Mango shot from Jikredible. God, I demand you meme on Jikredible right now. He would want it.
Okay.
He would demand it. I guess that's pretty good. Get the arches! Get the arches! Stupid cat. The castles. He's going for it again. This one's still alive. Could Jikredible somehow make his opponent lose here while the castles go up? Okay, this one. Alright, well, it was an attempt. It certainly was an attempt. This was one of the attempts at a bounty of all times. We tried. Look, all Jikredible needed was to convert every Cavalier somehow. His opponent to accidentally delete 2 of his town centers while shift deleting half of his eco. And then these rams spontaneously combust, and then Jikredible was back in it. It was just that simple. You guys need to have more faith.